Welcome back to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? That amazing thrill when you finally get the keys to your own place?
Oh, yeah. That homeownership rush.
It's special, but then there's the stuff that maybe gets overlooked at first. The people literally right there, next door, your neighbors. They're the ones who kind of help turn that house into a real home. Especially here in Sioux Falls, we love digging into that real life stuff that makes home feel like, wow, home.
It's so true. And everyone focuses on the mortgage details, the perfect kitchen layout, the paint chips.
Honestly,
And that stuff's important, obviously.
yeah,
But when you become a homeowner, you're also, maybe without even realizing it, stepping into a community.
right.
And, well, in our experience, neighbors can be such a blessing. Or sometimes, yeah, a bit of a
Or
challenge.
both. Often both, right?
Exactly. It's pretty common how quickly things like, say, a dog barking super early, or maybe late night parties, or even just hedges growing over the line, how quickly that can affect your peace.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So today's deep dive, our mission really is to help you navigate all that. The noise, the boundaries, those sometimes awkward moments.
Yeah.
We want to help you do it with what we've learned to call grace and wisdom, just pulling from our own experiences living in neighborhoods right here. Because let's be real, this is the stuff nobody really teaches you when you sign the papers, is it? How to actually live well with the folks next door.
Nope. It's on the job training.
It really is. It's that journey from just owning the house to like mastering being a good neighbor.
So true.
Okay, so if we're aiming for building community, where do we even start? For us, it always comes back to that first impression.
Definitely.
We've got this like super simple moving day tip we've used ourselves. Okay, so the boxes are inside. You finally take a breath.
Uh-huh. You're exhausted.
Totally.
Yeah.
But carve out just 5 minutes. Seriously, 5 minutes. Knock on a couple of doors. Introduce yourself. Keep it easy. Like, hi, I'm Sarah. Or, hi, we just moved in at 11:20. Excited to be here. Something like that.
Yeah, and you might think, 5 minutes, I'm too tired. But the return on that small investment, it's huge. It really sets a warm, human tone from day one.
Right.
And we found people are just way more understanding down the road about, minor things. If they've already shaken your hand or shared a quick smile, it builds that bridge.
Makes total sense. Now, what if you're kind of shy? And trust me, some days that's me too.
Happens to the best of us.
Right, no problem. There are other ways, like a handwritten note works great. Or maybe even, a small plate of cookies left at the door.
Classic move. Always appreciate it.
Totally. But here's the key thing, something easy to forget. Make sure you put your name and maybe your phone number on that note.
Good point. Yeah.
It just makes it easy for them to connect back, maybe if they need something or just want to say welcome.
Okay, so you've made the first move, said hello. What's next? Well, now comes the adventure of figuring out your neighborhood's personality.
Decoding the vibe.
Exactly. Every community, big or small, whether it's sprawling like some areas around Sioux Falls or a tighter downtown block, it has its own rhythms. Some are written rules, sure, but a lot are unspoken. So we find it helps to ask yourself a few things, like when do people usually mow their lawns around here? Or blow leaves? Are there quiet hours folks generally respect, maybe after 10?
Good question.
Do people wave when they drive by? Or is it more keep to yourself?
And this is a big one now. Is there a neighborhood Facebook group or maybe next door? Some way people connect online.
Those are spot on. And honestly, our best trick for figuring this out, just observation, it goes such a long way.
Yeah, just pay attention.
Seriously,
Yeah.
spend a Saturday morning, take a walk down your street, just notice what seems normal. Are there kids out playing? Is it really quiet? Just, absorb it. Because being a good neighbor often just means kind of matching the general tone of the place you've moved into. We heard this story once.
This new person moved in and threw these huge loud parties late every weekend, but the whole street was basically quiet by 9 p.m.
Oh boy, didn't read the room.
Exactly. It just created friction that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, avoidable stuff.
Okay, but what about when those unspoken rules are actually written down, like homeowners associations, HOAs? That can feel like a whole different beast, right?
It can, yeah. A different ball game sometimes.
So our advice for getting involved without, going crazy, attend a meeting or two, even if you don't plan on joining the board.
Good idea. Just listen in.
Yeah, just showing up gives you so much insight into how things work, what people care about.
And that leads to a really crucial point. Have you actually, read the HOA bylaws?
Uh-oh. Homework.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
at least once. It's so important to know what they say before you plan big changes, like putting up a fence, building a shed, even painting your front door a new color.
Right. There can be rules for all sorts of things.
Oh, definitely. When you're parking your driveway, trash can visibility, quiet hours.
Yeah.
Knowing that stuff up front saves you major headaches later.
Yeah,
And it gives you a footing to, have a say.
absolutely. And here's something we've seen. If the HOA vibe feels a bit, I don't know, cold, or maybe even a little combative,
Yeah, that can happen.
you can actually be the one to change that dynamic. Just show up, be calm, really listen.
A little kindness goes a long way.
It really does, even in a formal meeting that feels kind of stiff. It's amazing how a respectful attitude can just shift the whole room.
It really can. Okay, so shifting gears a bit, let's talk about those common situations where boundaries get a little blurry. You feel that little irritation starting.
Uh-oh. Like what?
Well, like your neighbor's gorgeous old tree. That
Wow.
drops every single leaf onto your perfectly raked lawn every fall.
Been there.
Or their dog decides 5:30 a.m. is the perfect time to start barking every single morning. Or maybe their teenager always parks right in front of your house, blocking your mailbox or just making it hard to get out of your driveway. Real stuff.
Totally real.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've developed this framework kind of through trial and error, honestly.
Mostly error, probably.
Maybe. For handling this stuff gracefully, because I remember this one time I let something small just simmer.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time I finally said something, I was so worked up, it felt like this huge diplomatic mission just to stay calm.
Right, it builds up.
Exactly. So, rule number 1, and this is maybe the hardest, genuinely try to assume goodwill.
Counterintuitive when you're annoyed.
So counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But approach it like maybe they just don't realize, or it's unintentional, not like they're trying to bug you. It totally changes how you interact.
That's a good point. We had a listener share once. They went in angry about a barking dog.
How'd that go?
Not well. Escalated fast. But another listener, same issue, started with, hey, I know you probably don't realize this, but much better response.
Makes sense. Okay, rule 2. Communicate early. Don't wait until you're, like, steaming.
Yeah, don't let it fester.
A small annoyance turns into a big resentment if you just let it sit there. 3rd, use I language. This is huge.
Know that.
So instead of, your music is way too loud, which sounds like an attack,
Right. Accusatory.
try something like, hey, I've noticed the music gets pretty loud late at night. I was wondering if you could maybe turn it down after 10. Focus on your experience.
Got it. Less blame, more about the impact on you.
Exactly. 4th, be direct, but still kind. No hints, no sarcasm. That just gets confusing.
Yeah, hints rarely work. Just be clear.
And finally, number 5, try really hard not to involve authorities unless it's absolutely necessary, like city code enforcement or whatever. Try person to person first, always.
Good advice. Saves everyone hassle if you can sort it out directly.
Okay, so we've hit the tricky bits, but what about the, the good stuff, the joy of it? Because building community, that's what really makes a house feel like home, even when life is just crazy busy. And you really don't need some kind of Pinterest perfect setup to be a good neighbor. It's just about being like available, approachable,
Right.
real.
Yeah, and it's often simpler than people think. The ways to connect, we've seen and tried so many easy things right here in our own neighborhoods.
Like what? Give us examples.
Okay, simple stuff. Just wave when you drive by. Seriously, acknowledge people. Or see your neighbor forgot to bring in their trash cans, roll them up for them.
Nice. Easy win.
Invite someone over for coffee on the porch. Doesn't have to be a big deal. Or sit around the fire pit if you have one. Host a super casual front yard cookout, maybe s'mores.
Oh, people love s'mores.
They do.
Yeah.
Or hey, if you garden, share those extra tomatoes or that mountain of zucchini you always end up with.
Yes. Zucchini diplomacy.
Exactly. It's those small, consistent things.
And why does this matter? Why put in the effort? Well, we think in a world that feels kind of increasingly isolated sometimes,
Yeah, it can.
being a good neighbor is this quiet but really powerful act. It's friendship, it's connection. It turns a street of houses into an actual community.
Well said. It really is part of that house-to-home transformation.
Yeah.
But, let's be realistic. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, nuisances linger. The dog still barks sometimes. The garage band still rehearses. That fence still looks shaky.
Right. Life happens. Things aren't perfect.
Exactly. So when those persistent issues pop up, remember a few things. First, try patience. Everyone has off weeks, difficult times. Give a little grace.
Good reminder.
Second, if it's really ongoing, especially if it might involve HOA rules or city codes, maybe keep some simple notes, dates, times, what happened, not to be like aggressive about it.
Right, not building a case necessarily.
No, just having facts if a more formal chat is needed down the line. And finally, escalate slowly. Always start with that friendly chat, then maybe a more formal HOA complaint if necessary. And only if all else fails, consider involving the city or county.
Yeah, that feels like the right order. And, sometimes it's genuinely okay to just let some stuff slide.
It really is.
We truly believe being a good neighbor isn't about controlling everything around you. It's about finding that balance, right? Your peace and the shared community space.
Yeah, recognizing that not every little imperfection needs you to step in,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe connecting this to the bigger picture.
Uh-huh.
Even if your neighbor isn't your best friend, or they don't wave back every time, or maybe they think very differently than you do,
Right.
your kindness, your simple hello, maybe just your patience, that could honestly be the only bit of warmth they experience that week.
Wow. Yeah, that's powerful to think about.
It is, isn't
What a great thought to sort of wrap up on. Living in a neighborhood, yeah, it's not always easy. We know that. But man, it is so worth it.
it? Agreed.
Remember, your home, your influence, it doesn't just stop right at your property line. It extends out.
You don't just live on a street, you live in a community.
Mm.
And your attitude, your actions, they help shape what that community feels like. One handshake, one shared barbecue, one kind word at a time.
Hmm. So, here's something for you to chew on this week, our little provocative thought. What's one small, simple act of neighborliness you could try? Just one thing to make your community feel a little bit brighter.
Good challenge. And speaking of brightening things up, next time on the deep dive, we are tackling date night for your house. Monthly maintenance in 15 minutes or less.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Quick wins. Remember, you can always find more tips and chat with us on social media. We're at Your Home Dad on the usual platforms.
Yep, come find us.
Thank you so much for joining us on our journey of fun, education,
And building a community together.